Our party has left Mid Cove and they are on their way eastward towards Lake Grasp. Traveling up and down kind of these roads that kind of different little cliff sides that kind of wind up, and we're gonna do some rolls for some things.
What?
Hey, Sky,
Yes.
roll me a D10.
Oh. Okay. I don't know what that looks like. Is it this one? Yeah.
One's got, 1
Okay.
through 0 on it.
A 9.
Okay.
A mighty 9.
That's
So-
the dragons.
Might.
As you guys travel eastward, and you've made it to kind of the peak of this. It's not necessarily a mountain, but you are traveling down to get to Mid Cove. It's a bit of a travel down, just a gradual downward slope, and you're reaching an area that's a little more flat, and there is just doesn't look like storm clouds, but there is it's a sunny, cloudy day. And as you guys approach the end of the day, what are your plans for? So by this point, I guess if we look at the hex squares in your travels, you have made it probably to about halfway. So wait, how can I do this?
Halfway.
How can I do this?
You can try to describe the topography of like the forest and such in relation to the hex. Like if we left middle
I
of
need a way to
Mid-Cove,
be able to show you Mid Cove.
share screen and draw on it like a pic.
I can do a quick. What can I do? Can I turn my camera? No. If I do,
I figure.
let me check this, and let me see if I'm able to drag this over here. Don't look. Yeah, that kind of works. It's covering up me a little bit. Oh, it doesn't need to be that big. That's why. Okay. You guys are about to see the map. So, let me transition over here. If you look on the screen here, Mid Cove. They are headed towards Lake Grasp. If you can see my little cursor, they've made it near the end. The sun is starting to come down, so I imagine you'd probably be, well, it's up to you whether you want to make preparations to bed down, or, but you're not quite at this crossroads. You probably have about another, the travel is based on like, I think it's 8 hours of travel. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. 8 hours of travel for like, it's
At
considered like
pace?
a day of normal pace. Yeah. At a normal pace. Otherwise you're running into, so I guess you guys could decide that, how exactly, what speed you're traveling at and what precautions you're
Yeah.
taking in that regard. So
I mean, I figured normal, and I know Karan would probably say, you know, if we're going to be fashioning potentially, you know, impromptu cover and such, we would probably want to be a couple hours before nightfall. That we want to be getting ready to.
Yeah, like the dusk time frame,
Mm-hmm.
or we still have some light.
Yeah.
yeah. So
little
what
amber,
around
little
what
warm.
time are you looking to kind of start preparing that? So we're talking. It's starting to get dark right around 8 p.m. So
I'd
you
say
would have had
it's
probably
6 at
4 or 5 hours of
latest.
travel time.
So I'd say 6.
So at
the
least 6.
latest.
Okay, so at that point you're talking, you had probably 3 hours of travel. So you didn't make it too far. You'd be kind of like right here
The edge of
with
the
your
hex
kind of 3 hours of, somewhere right along there.
Still pretty
That's
good.
still good.
Well, shall we? Do we want to go off in the woods a little bit?
Yeah, let's.
Or just in an open field.
Can we look around and survey? Like, does this look like, there might be some popular areas where a lot of travelers stop, or is this like just a
Roll perception for me.
trail in the middle? Yeah.
I'll let two of you do it. Two of you decide
Rowan
who
will,
wants to roll.
Rowan will help. Rowan
Okay.
will help.
All right, I'll roll. And we said with advantage because you're helping roll, or are you
Yes, with-
rolling as well?
I just rolled. So I got a 15.
Okay. 15 is your roll, or is that with your modifier?
That's with my modifier.
Oh, okay.
So
I rolled
12
a
plus
15. I
Okay,
got
so what
nice.
exactly are you looking for? Just kind of like a good kind of like somewhat secluded area, or kind of a clearing, or like Blind said, place that people commonly stay, or something like that.
Commonly stay. Like you want to see where there's
other
just
travelers.
There's other
maybe.
yeah.
You've seen nothing directly like along the roads. Most people are jaunting off, a little ways into either the woods or different like fields. It's kind of a like kind of scales up little rocky areas, some like little like smaller cliff faces here and there. Speaking of Rohan, it's basically like around that area where the Rohan knights were like rode around, but then it starts to enter like different forests as you get a little bit further. The little trees pop up and starts to become forest as it grades up.
Okay.
While a couple of us are setting up for camp, do you want maybe me and Asher to go and hunt to try to find food for the night? Or like a dinner?
Yeah.
mean-
Yeah. If you guys want to do that, that'd be.
Well,
No, Asher is going to be the one helping this setting
What-
up impromptu. So he can't do both of them.
Sure.
I'll go with you, Ace, and Rowan's gonna pull out his longbow. And
Okay.
Then cast and
Yeah.
go with Ace.
Ace will pull out his crossbow he hasn't got yet to shoot that
On
Grizzy
three.
made. And
Just a
yeah.
barrage.
Do you want me to make some survival
yeah, so
checks? Or?
I'll have both of you roll survival checks and head off on into your direction for your hunt, and then survival checks for Karan and Asher as well for setting
yeah.
up.
So I want to go find like firewood of various sizes, and then
Yeah,
some,
so
like,
we'll include that
thatched,
on your survival check.
I got a 19.
Asher, I will just say, just because my brain, it makes sense. Druid, roll with advantage, and just survival check, and your background and stuff like that just makes sense. So,
luckily because I have a nat 1.
and
That's much better. That's a 16 plus 6.
Yeah,
So
Ace, go
20.
ahead as well. Yeah, with
I got a 17. I got a 13 plus 4 for my
I
survival
rolled-
check.
I rolled the same. So 19.
21.
Okay.
For Rowan.
Okay, so we'll start with the camp setups first. Good rolls. So you were saying that you were looking for like firewood and thatching and stuff like that, and so together you guys managed to build some pretty good makeshift cover.
Like lean to something like
Yeah,
that.
just some lean-to keep, if perchance there were a light drizzle, it would mostly keep you dry. And you, as you hunt, you see some kind of a, not necessarily a herd, but a large tri-horn buck kind of chasing some doe, and there's two sizable does he's kind of chasing after, and he is kind of a chunky boy himself. He's sturdy, muscular, built.
Rowan's gonna draw the get ready for the buck, and he's gonna whisper to Ace, I'm gonna whistle.
Roll a stealth check.
Okay.
Both of you.
When I whistle, hopefully that'll stop him for just a moment. When he stops, you shoot first. If you miss, I'll shoot.
Okay. 18.
Stealth, so I rolled a 15. 4, 19.
Okay. Yeah. The buck is trying to bust a nut. He is not paying attention.
Rose, you go. And
Roll for attack.
Roll for attack.
Nat 20.
All right. That will hit, so go ahead and roll your attack.
So it's just the first dice doubled, right?
Yep. Well, yeah, whatever
Yeah.
you rolled doubled.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So
I
you
got
only
a
have
2.
one. It's one die, right?
Yeah,
Or
it
is it two
says
die?
it's 1d8.
Yeah. So it's you double your die roll. If you have multiple die, you double all the die. But yeah.
Got you. So 2, so doubled before, plus 1, so 5 points of damage.
Okay. It immediately just and kind of shudders at that and kind of writhes around on the ground a little bit, and it scurries back up and runs towards the wood a bit and kind of stumbles some more, kind of the back legs kind of trailing behind it, and then it falls down, flops a bit, and
Olsen,
Also,
check your.
screen. Your screen.
oh.
Also-
Deer.
I'm dumb.
Deer.
I forgot that we're still on. Anyways.
Rowan's gonna go up, but kind of like
behind the DM screen.
put the arrow away and
Hilarious.
kind of like pat Ace on the back. Nice shot.
It's
That
been a
was-
minute.
That was a
That
good
was-
shot. It's clean. It's clean. And then Rowan's gonna go up to the buck, take out the bolt, and give it back to Ace.
As you do this, it jumps up as you reach for the bolt, and it's going to make an attack against you.
With a nat 20?
Huh?
It's not an instant drop.
It's not an instant drop. It wasn't necessarily an instant kill. You
He did
gotta
nat
check.
20,
You gotta
but he
check
got
when
5
a deer
damage.
is. You gotta check when a deer is dead. But it's a 14. Does 14 to hit? Hit
Hit who?
you?
I would say no. No, it doesn't.
It doesn't hit. So it kind of goes with its horns after you, but then kind of flops back down on the ground. But it has kind of these, as deer do, convulsions.
Rowan is gonna take his knife and just kind of put it in the shoulder blade where the heart would be, where you want to get that clean kill and kind of respect the kill.
No need to make an attack. It is fleeting life at this current
This is a
state.
coup de grace.
Yeah.
It was a good call with the knife. I was going to punch it in the face.
Yeah, that's respect the
Cook it a
kill.
little bit.
Okay.
Mind helping me carry this?
Absolutely.
Gonna grab its hind legs and kind of walk with it. I'm doing Ace with the
Go
other
ahead and
two.
roll strength checks for me. I'll just determine how long it takes you to get it back to camp.
15 plus 4, 19.
I got a 14.
14 and 19. Yeah, both of you together. I mean, it takes you a good while. As far as you had to go to find, a group of deer, you probably make it back as night is kind of approaching. So we're looking at
Nice.
probably 7:30-ish on that time.
Okay. Then we'll start preparing the buck.
Oh, I was expecting rabbits, but holy crap.
Oh yeah. How many points is it? Oh, listen.
How many
so.
points? What do you mean? Oh, well, with the Trihorn, I don't know.
They're just little.
Well, it's Trihorn as in it has like almost normal, not necessarily like a regular like white-tailed deer. Its horns kind of have like they shoot out almost more straight and then have like triple tines like this. And then there's one longer horn that kind of like extends from the back of its head. That's like the thicker one, and usually they measure like the thickness of the horn.
Ah.
The girth.
Oh.
The girth.
Are these keratin or
Third.
calcium?
Make a medicine check.
Let me do it.
Well, luckily I have salt to cure.
That actually is good.
All
yeah,
of
it is
that.
actually good. So that is 15. 7 plus 8.
Can
They are made of keratin. They are. Now you know.
And knowing is half the battle.
can we skin this thing too to get the pelts from it?
Uh-huh. Go ahead and do a survival check for me.
Is that with advantage as
I'll
well?
assist him on that because
Yeah, go ahead and give him
Other
advantage.
worker.
Say working together, yeah.
15. Yeah, 15.
How much?
15. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you guys not hear me?
No, I didn't actually.
Oh, okay.
I might have
I'm
been
so
zoned out. I was like zoned out. So okay, so 15 total on the. Yeah, you managed to get a pretty nice looking pelt from the deer, and the little bit of the meat, some of it a little bit wasted from that. But yeah, you got some meat to work with.
Nice.
All right, and Rowan's gonna start kind of cutting them up and taking some out to save, and then small bits for dinner tonight.
Asher will take the pelt and start working with it to start the preservation process on it. So
Can I gather local herbs for cooking?
Um,
If there's anything about
roll a nature check for me.
That is a 17. 14 plus 3, right? Yeah, 3 plus 3.
You said herbs for cooking, or for like
But
potion
yeah,
making?
something to give Rowan to work with.
What was your roll?
Work it. It was 17. 14 plus 3.
17. Yeah, you kind of rummage along the kind of plains, the rocky plains or whatever, and manage to find some flavor.
Some flavor.
Some flavor.
It's spicy.
Yeah.
Generic spice 1.
Generic spice 1 added to inventory.
Thank you, Karun. And Rowan's gonna kind of
No
start
problem.
seasoning them and kind of send them ready for Asher to cook them, because Rowan
Right.
doesn't really.
who's cooking this thing while I'm like scraping the hide and getting it all cleaned up?
I thought you were going to cook it. I mean, I
Yeah,
can
why
cook it.
why not? I can cook a deer.
Perfect.
He's fine.
Here. There's meat in the iron skillet.
Bro, don't forget to you got to beat your meat to tenderize it.
This is true. Yes.
You know, that's not actually the first time I've heard that. You know, you really do just got to beat the meat.
Beat
That
it.
makes it very tender,
Mhm.
and it just falls apart in your mouth.
So Rowan is going to take a fist and just kind of start Yeah, start punching the meat in the skillet.
Oh god, everything got unplugged. Something
Now,
happened.
The dick jokes.
I'll be back.
Frank Supreme.
there we go. There we go. Now turn it over and do the other side.
Same thing.
Do the
Okay.
other side.
You got beat both sides.
Not
Okay.
Amara. Not Amara.
All right, and then Ron is just gonna flip him on the other side and put more seasoning on the other. Just kind of like continually to get recognition from everybody, making sure he's doing it right. Like, okay, and he's gonna start.
Yes,
Yeah.
dear. I
Oh,
think you
God.
have finished
Oh,
now.
God.
Good job.
I swear, computers.
Oh, there it is.
You guys became a battle map for a second. So, spoiler alert: potential battle map.
All right.
There's nothing on it. It's actually just generic battle map, depending on what happens.
Just
So,
Overworld 1 map.
I'm gonna take his beaten meat
Into your hands.
into my hands, and I'm just going to cook it and be like, Uncle Tambrin, because he's on my shoulder, still tied there. You know, I think we could use you for a little bit of spice. What do you think? And just keep cooking. I just like talking to my uncle. Don't worry, I'm not going to cook him.
I almost kind of felt like that's some form of cannibalism or something.
I mean, yes.
A little bit. I mean, he was a human, but anyway.
Why is
Thank you,
Also a bit
Briar.
of fratricide
He's a
as
tree
well.
now. He's a tree, right? That's right, or a bush. What I still don't understand what he is, to be honest.
He is a mighty tree. Very mighty tree. You remember when we went to go cut down the tree in Kilopi?
Yep.
Kilopi. Anyway, he's going to be the mightiest of trees. Let me tell you.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to carry him then, though. Like,
But he still will be fine to hug. Yes.
tree hugger.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Rowan's gonna eat the cooked meat. As thank you, Briar.
Is it tender?
It's pretty
Did-
good.
Did beating the meat? Did it make it pretty tender?
Pretty good.
it's pretty tender. It's tender.
Pretty tender.
So tender.
And all right. So who is going to stay up first?
I was actually giving that a lot of thought.
Okay.
So, let's see. Not human, human. How well do you think maybe you see at nighttime?
Yeah, I can see decently far, but I don't have the ability to what is it that you guys do? You guys don't sleep fully, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
we
Yeah, I have
if you will.
I have to get a full sleep. So,
Oh.
yeah.
Mm.
I think
I didn't get that cool ability. And my mom didn't pass that down to me, unfortunately.
I can see in the dark now. And Ace is gonna try to snap his fingers and turn his glove on for the first time.
Roll wisdom check.
So, if you would like to sleep, this deer needs to be worked and
It's a 10. I promise I can do this.
It's gonna take some practice. Don't get discouraged, Ace. Well, if you're gonna be working that deer, I'll just go ahead and go to sleep, and then you can wake me up once you're done. And I'll take over the second watch, and then that should give Briar or Karun enough sleep.
I mean, in a
them.
sense, I'll kind of be on watch. I intended on finding some place that was in the moonlight so that I can
Yes.
sort of just be there as a sentinel, if you will. I'm
You-
actually fairly culpable of what's going on around me,
Oh, that's cool.
but still,
When-
yeah, more
When you
eyes
turn
on me.
invisible, bro, does your clothes turn invisible with you, or do you have to be completely naked?
No, it's something. It's a veil I can cast over myself and what I possess. I don't have to take my clothes off now.
That's really cool.
It's also quite ishy. I know.
I just needed to make sure there
Oh,
wasn't
so
going to be a
boring.
naked man waking me up. That's all I was asking.
I mean, you didn't seem to be too off-put early at the spa.
You
Sometimes.
randomly wake up in one man's bedroom at one time, and now all of a sudden nobody's going to let you live it down.
You're one to
Mine's
talk
touch
about
his
waking up randomly in
flattery.
someone's bedroom.
Rowan is just gonna be like, and get up and take his bedroll and roll it out and lay down. Good night.
Okay,
Ace will do
somebody
the same.
roll for me a D10. Run. You go ahead and roll me a D10.
Okay. That is a percent die.
No.
That is a 9.
9 again.
Mighty
Roll
nine.
it again.
That is a 5.
Okay. So who's taking watch?
I guess I'll be up dealing with the deer and kind of keeping watch on the camp.
Roll me a perception check.
That's actually pretty good. Perception is +6, so 21.
As you're tending to the fire and tending to your meat, the night is uneventful, or so it seems.
And I'll pop over and kind of nudge Rumvic. Whether are we taking watch shifts or
Yep. And Rowan's gonna get up and find a rock and sit on it, and kind of just keep a watchful eye while the fire's still going around.
Okay. Your first night is uneventful. So we don't have to do any more shift changes for this. We will expedite to the morning, and you have completed a long rest at, whichever order you chose to take shifts. That's fine.
Okay. All right. Well, Rowan's gonna start rolling up his pack and his bedroll. Are we ready?
Yep, let's get a move on.
Nice.
We
Eat
kick
your
the
batter.
bitter batter. Let's get
what?
out of here.
How
Alright,
are
what kind
we
of,
going to?
Better, better.
What kind of pace are you guys choosing to go at here? Just
Steady.
continuing normal pace.
Yeah,
Yep.
normal pace.
Travel about 8 hours. Okay. Roll. Hey, chat. I'll have to do some math, but roll me a d20.
Ooh.
Do exclamation point one.
Do it in chat so we can
Exclamation
see it.
point
Exclamation point.
D20. That'll be the roll.
Yep, let's see who types it first. Exclamation point D20. Rolled a
Mr.
4.
Azun. Okay.
Hey.
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 What does 4 get us?
Whoopsie.
Instant death? Did he just kill us?
No.
All right.
A meteor comes from the sky.
So,
4 dragons. Summon them on you.
this is,
Story
let's
of
say,
a girl.
probably 4 hours into your trek. Been keeping a pretty good, steady pace. And who's taking point?
Well, it's Asher and Briar that know the direction, right? So I would say one of them two were.
Yeah, I guess Ashley
I-
would probably be
You would be
Near the
Asher
front.
is probably who I'd vote. Caron and Briar know about the same in terms of coming down through here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I'll be in the middle. I'll be behind whoever's in front.
Okay, so Point Man,
Mhm.
roll me a perception check.
That's an 18 plus 6, so 24.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. With that, easy enough. You see, kind of walking down the side of the road as you come around this bend, and you hear kind of just like this grumbling as this creature is talking to itself. It is massive, probably 10 foot tall, 10, 12 foot tall. And you actually notice as it kind of comes closer, it has two heads. It's a humanoid, and it is kind of conversing with itself, and it has kind of a club in one hand and an axe in the other. And you see the two heads kind of talking with each other as it's coming your guys' way.
Do we want to try to get out of its way?
I was.
Hopefully it doesn't see us.
If that's what you're relaying to us, I would say we probably want to get out of the way.
Yes. Well,
I would say by this point, with that perception roll, most of you see it by this point.
Okay.
well, we can try to just make a wide berth and hope it doesn't. But if it's a problem, we might not want it on these roads. A lot of travelers come through.
This is true.
Let's go wide.
Yes.
sure.
Let's see. If it wants to start a fight, then
Okay, what are you
let it
doing?
Be with us and anyone else.
So are we going wide on the road or are we going through the trees?
We're
gonna-
not going to conceal ourselves. We're just going to give it a wide berth. And this
Okay.
will test if it is just out to get whatever, or if it's peaceable.
Yeah, if it's just
Just for precautionary, I would like to attempt to try to light fist.
Yeah, well, try to keep we should keep a non-aggressive stance.
no,
Yes, we don't want to exacerbate
that.
him.
don't do that right
Just-
now.
If it's going to attack us, it's because it wants to, not because it felt provoked.
Right. Hold on.
So are you
that
guys
fire,
trying
actually.
to hide and be sneaky, or
Mhm.
just
No,
kind of-
we're just gonna like.
Go on around?
So
We're
it's
just
going
gonna
here. We're
Do
opposite side of the road.
So yeah, as you guys get closer, you actually see as these two heads are talking, like the one on the left kind of has like this blue paint kind of across like one half of his face, and the other one kind of has like this red kind of design on his face. They look very like orcish in nature, but they're larger and obviously two heads, kind of curious beast, mostly naked, really just wearing kind of a loincloth. And you see as the one on the right is kind of looking at the one on the left. Oh, I'm so hungry. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Well, you're always hungry, and there's never anything we can do about that. Well, all of this arguing has made me hungry. So maybe if you didn't disagree all the time about our name, then I wouldn't have this problem. Well, we're always gonna disagree about our name. And then you see as the one on the right kind of like, well, it doesn't... Hey, look at them. Maybe they can help us out on this one. You're gonna ask some random strangers to decide our name. Well, it seems that you can't see reason, so we will bring in a third party that will decide for us. I think it seems fair. Greetings, travelers. We've got a proposition for you. Well, he's got a proposition for you. He's got his knickers in a bunch, so... Well,
what can we do?
Hello.
my name is Okra, and his name is Don. Together, we are, and at the same time they say something different, he says, Okra Don, and he says, Don Okra.
No, see, that's the problem. It's Okra Don. If you's looking at me, you're looking at us right now. You know, my name's Okra, his name's Don. You look at us, and most people, he can't read. I mean, I can't either, but I know that you read left to right. If you's looking at us, you say, Okra Don, right? This only makes sense.
Yeah, but from our perspective, if you could read, I'm Don, you're Okra, Don Okra. It makes sense. Because we're introducing ourselves from our perspective.
Well, maybe you could come up with a separate name.
Okay, so if you're asking for our opinion,
I'd like
my
Blind.
blind. Okay, so let's see. Okra, O-C-R-A, yes?
Oh, I don't know how to spell it.
Oh,
I think there's an H in there. I don't know the letters. Can you go through them for me?
oh, here about I will just spell it for you. So we have 4 letters, and then for Don, D-A-W-N, 4 letters. So
No,
if
I
it-
know how to spell my name. It's just Don, D-O. Or is it you? D-O-N. That's right.
Oh,
Yeah, Don.
oh, so it's very
And it's
masculine.
got a K in it. I know that much. My name
What-
does not have a... Oh, wait, yeah, it does have a K in it. Right. Okra. Right. Yeah, Okra. Okra Don. Don Okra.
What if you take 2 letters from both names and you're Dora, D-O, and then R-A. So D-O from Don?
No.
R-A.
No,
And Okra on the right side.
no, that won't work. Why is his letter first? Don.
Oh.
It's still Dora. I don't like that.
Well, how about
I tried.
the Mighty Twins?
Mighty Twins, what kind of name is that? Gotta go out and introduce ourselves to everybody as, hey, we're the Mighty Twins.
Yeah, I
Well-
don't like that one either. At least we can agree on that.
What if you played a game? Winner gets to
Oh.
choose the name. I've got a
Right.
deck of playing cards right here. You guys, I shuffle them for you in front of you. Pick a card. Higher card gets to pick the name, even as it can be.
I don't trust that.
Yeah, I don't trust that either. That's leaving it up to all that magics and all that. Mm-mm. No, we don't mess with that.
I got an idea. What if...
Now, hear me out. Hear me out, Okra.
Well, I'm listening. What is it? Go on with it.
What if
Perhaps we say who can smash most of their heads in, and the winner gets, and the one who smashed more heads in gets to choose the name. Now we go by.
Well, we're gonna have to disagree with that again.
Rowan's gonna kind of put up his hand in the back.
Well, you can disagree, but all of your opinions have been pretty shortly up to this
I'm
point,
gonna-
so...
Rowan's
Charm
gonna.
person on Dawn.
I'm done.
Oh. Rowan's gonna go up and.
So is it a wisdom saving throw?
Fail saving throw. Hold on. Yeah, wisdom save of 14.
Rowan's gonna kind of make his way up because he would have been towards the back to say something.
So you feel as your charm starts to take place, you feel it kind of connect for a moment. And you see Dawn kind of drift. And then Okra's like,
Hey,
headbutts him just like that. And
I felt that too. What is you doing on us there?
so
Don't mind.
because
don't,
they have the 2 heads, they actually have advantage. And so the first
Oh.
one failed, second one and succeeds, and he was able
Don't
to knock
mind
him
me.
out of it. So.
I'm Rowan. Nice to meet you too, Okra and Don. My friend just likes to touch people. He's a very handsy person.
Yeah, we like to touch people too. With this.
So
Yeah, and this.
two, and twos. What do we call you twos?
Twos.
Yeah.
Alright, I get this one.
Oh, God.
Oh no, not 20.
It was.
His name is Twos.
God, no. I was gonna cast Sanctuary on Rowan.
I will let you do that in this moment because
Okay.
it did happen very quickly. There was no like initiative roll, but he is making kind of making an attack.
Yeah, as soon as he said I've got this one, is probably when I was gonna.
No.
Yeah.
And
Could I-
Asher's gonna transform as soon as he can.
Yeah, and I would like to try to do that wisdom save. Wisdom save for the.
All right, let me get my dice here. That wasn't nat 20. Okay. Okay. The one on the right arm, wielding a morning star in it, he comes down and just slams, and it kind of catches you right on the shoulder in that moment, and you take it's piercing damage.
Sanctuary-
Interesting. What does Sanctuary do?
Question is, Sanctuary, until the spell ends, any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or harmful must first make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attacker's
okay.
spell.
So let me roll a. What is the DC on that? So I have advantage.
It's wisdom 14.
Oh, okay. The first roll was a 14. So, and there's no minuses. So he did succeed. Okay. Rowan, you take 18 points of piercing damage. Sorry.
Rowan's
Okay,
pretty hurt.
and we're going to roll initiative, everybody.
Balls.
That was a
Oh.
waste of a spell. Okay, that's
Well, I'm not going to
18.
give you the meta of that, but
I have an idea of where these guys
Charm
came from.
is
yeah. I've got a name for them in my head.
I've got
Starts
a
with an
name
E.
for-
No, like a legitimate name.
what the
What they are.
monster
They're-
is? Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What do we got, Kuron?
I got an 18. 18 plus
18.
0.
We got Briar.
10.
10.
Mhm.
Ace. We will skip him for now. Rowan.
17.
17. Asher.
13.
Let me roll for Ace. Oof, that's. Let me pull his up. Beyond campaigns, and it won't be him, so we can go down the line with what you guys are going to do. So, you had 18. You said, Asher.
13.
13. Okay, sorry, my bad.
Ali had 18.
No, I was 17.
And his. Oops.
I think Karan had 18.
Ooh. So he has a minus. Good to know. So that will be. Hey. That is that. And. All right. Ace, perfect timing. Just roll your initiative.
Did I by chance get off to attempt the flaming hit fist before initiative?
I will let you do that before you roll initiative first. Yeah, because you said you did want to do that. So you can try it once just as kind of like a free action before the.
It didn't work. Is a 7?
Mhm.
Okay.
And initiative?
Doing great. That would be a 6.
We were this close from avoiding this fight with a charm.
Dora the Explorer. My mind immediately went there. I was like trying to think of like a pun, like, oh, we could explore that option, yeah.
I forgot. Like, it didn't even hit me that there's 2 ways to spell Dawn. I'm like, yeah. Oh, wait, men are named Dawn too. Okay.
All right, chat. What do you think? Aqua Dawn or Dawn Aqua? What logic makes more sense to you?
Akradon
was your-
sounds like a fucking awesome ass gemstone or something.
The Aqua Dawn. Hey,
And
Ace,
then
what was your initiative, Ace?
6.
6 on the initiative roll. Let's put on some battle magic. Battle magic? Let's put battle magic on. And do. Okay.
Hopefully their name will be Dead Etten soon, but
Dead Etten.
We'll see.
You'll see.
It might be we.
He a tough little monster here.
Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah, I know. Ask Rowan.
top of the line, Karan. Your move.
Okay. Am I still close enough to potentially touch this individual?
With this, because we're not using a battle map, I would say we're all within probably 10 to 15 feet
Okay.
from this.
You know, actually, no, I'm not going to do the touch. I'm going to bonus action use where is it? Healing word.
Okay.
Bonus action to use healing word on Rowan. That will be well, the best that I could. 8. Heal
I'll
yourself
take
8. And then I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt. That is a 21, 15.
That
plus
will hit.
6. Nice. So that is going to be oh hell yeah.
Oh, mister.
I got 3 6s in it too. So 6, 12, 18, excuse me, 20 radiant damage.
20 radiant damage. Excellent.
Mhm.
And advantage on people's attacks for him? Isn't that what Guiding Bolt does?
Guiding Bolt is it just advantage or is it making other something? The next attack roll made against this target before the end of my next turn has advantage. So it's 1. And it has a dim
Okay.
little glittery light
All right.
surrounding it.
Yeah, this
Looks like a vampire.
kind of blasts them, kind of hits them right in the chest, and they kind of. He says, "No, you get back over there!" And he kind of pulls, turns Dawn towards you. Okay. And is that it?
I'm going to. Well, am I within? I'll get an attack of opportunity if I try to step away. I imagine. Or am I far enough away?
I would say you didn't necessarily step right up, so you would. Let me check the range.
I just want to step away and try to spread the group out.
Yeah,
as
you're
much
good.
as possible.
You're good. I would say you're probably 10 foot, so you're.
Okay, so I'm gonna like step back and to my right, away from the group, kind of like motioning for everyone to spread out.
Yep. Okay. And we move to Rowan.
Rowan's gonna draw both of his swords. And then he's going to bonus action try to attempt to ignite the
Okay.
swords. So that is a 14, I believe, DC. 15 DC. That's a natural 20 DC.
It ignites with like a.
I don't know. It's like, man, I really like the name too.
Go ahead and add. Well, we'll get to that. Because of that natural 20 on the ignite, why not? Let's flavor it up a bit. Your first attack that lands with that will be +1 to damage
+1 to damage.
on whatever you roll.
Nice. So that is a 13 plus 5, so an 18 to hit for the flame
That'll hit.
tongue.
Roll your
Okay,
damage.
and okay, I'll roll damage. So that's a 1d8 plus 3. So that's 5 plus 3, 8. So then +1, 9. Or you want to do it to the 1d4? I guess it was 9. And then for flame damage.
+1. Did you add the +1?
So that'd be 5. So it'd be 8 plus 5. So
8 plus
13
5.
damage
Alright,
for that.
13, good hit. Roll your.
That was first. That was the first attack, right? So I thought, is that supposed to have advantage? Because
1 extra damage.
No.
So one
The
extra
advantage
damage.
from guiding bolt is what he's saying.
Oh, yes, you're
advantage
right.
from
Yes.
guiding
Thank you. Yes, you're right. So, yeah, you get advantage on that.
I'll roll to see if I get a natural 20 for the flame tongue, I guess.
Sure.
It has to be the next roll. It can't be selected.
I mean, okay, well, I got a natural 19, but that doesn't do
Yep.
anything.
So
It
we're
was
in.
worth
So-
it.
It was
You
worth
did
the shot. Worth the
Worth
shot.
shot.
I'm gonna roll for the Limeos blade though. So that is a 16 plus 5, a 21 to hit for Limeos blade.
That'll hit.
Okay, and then a 1d8. That's 3 plus 3, so 6 slashing damage. I kind of imagine Rowan would kind of rush him, but kind of go to the right.
Okay.
To Dawn's side. I think Dawn's on the right, so he kind of go up. and
I
just
think
kinda-
my camera's flipped. I mean, I guess it doesn't necessarily matter. My camera's flipped, but this is my left, so I was doing Dawn on the left, but I guess the camera's flipped.
Oh,
so-
okay. Okay. All right. But yeah, so whoever's on the right, he's gonna go over there and just
Okay.
kind of attack them from there, and then that's it. That's Rowan's turn.
Okay, it is Akradon Don Akra's turn. And he is going to... Who is within range? Do we have Ace, or is it just Rowan right now?
Directly?
Directly, or yeah, who is directly like up with him where Rowan?
Yeah, I
kinda
probably
was
would have
walking
been
to?
like
Mhm.
right behind Rowan at this point.
Okay,
yeah,
so
I
I would
would have
say-
been. Back
Because he kind of walked in front of me, essentially.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I kind of imagine us like as a group right in front of them, and then Rowan just kind of made his way through the group to talk to him in right in front. So
So
however you want to pick that in the Marine.
No. Olsen, what did you do?
Wow.
Now
Roll
they're
another
not 20. Yep.
Let me show you.
Yep.
Let me show you.
That's what happened to me
That's
yesterday.
twice in a row with this dice.
Yep, that happened to me yesterday,
Here, let me
dude.
zoom in.
They're cursed.
That's bad. If that's hitting Rowan,
That's a
real
good
bad.
dice.
Yep.
This is my baby. It was rolling nat ones earlier. Wait.
1
Wow.
to 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
I got the ones
So-
out of the way early. Okay, this is unfortunate though,
Yeah.
because this is a very deadly monster.
Mhm.
Okay. Sweating intensifies. I'm a murderous DM. Okay. Okay. Rowan. Jeez. Okay, that's 17 points of slashing damage. That is with the battle. Well, no, that would be piercing damage. It's still the Morning Star on the right side. Oh, God.
Is that it?
Well, he's going to kind of basically just has to shift because he is technically a giant. He just shift over, and with Dawn making an attack for Asher right beside you.
Rowan's
Was
roll
I
this
able to
dice again.
transform
Let's
yet?
roll
Or
this. It would be your turn next. So
yeah,
unfortunately.
okay. That actually works better.
Okay.
Boy.
The nat ones are back.
Just not
And
for rolling.
it's 20 or what? 20 or what? This, he kind of stumbles over this way, but like, Aqua kind of pulls him back this way, like trying to really put his weight into the swing against Rowan. And, it just kind of just like absolutely just whiffs. So yeah, there's that, and it is now your turn, Asher.
So for my turn, I will cast Cure Wounds on Rowan.
Okay.
So that's 1d8. I rolled a 1, so that's 5 health. And then for my bonus action, I will transform and kind of like step in front and kind of guard him a little bit.
Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Alrighty, we come to Briar.
So I would like to cast Grace Magic Orb. And let's see, I don't do I make an attack roll for that, or does it just cast?
Let me check. Romantic orb. Probably an attack with your spellcasting modifier, I would imagine.
Okie doke. Okay, so +3.
It's a ranged
this-
spell attack against the target.
Okay, 19 +3. So
That'll hit.
yeah. And then I think for flavor, since I have 6 different types of damage, I'm gonna roll d6 to see what kind of damage
Let's
it is.
go.
You know, let's go. It sounds like fun, right?
Let's find
A 2.
out.
What is that? Cold. Okay. So 3d8 cold damage. Right. So let's fuck your shit up.
All right.
Yes, 50s. 17 damage.
17 damage. Good hit.
Mhm.
Yeah, this kind of like orb goes shoots out towards them and then just shatters into ice as it hits them. And good solid hit. And because you did that, roll an attack with your whip as well.
Yes. Haha. So 2 1d4 + 1, so 3.
Well, it'll be
Extra.
roll an attack. You have to actually roll an attack
Oh,
with the whip
okay.
first. See if it hits.
No, it doesn't. It's a 9.
Any pluses on that?
No.
Okay. All right. The whip kind of lashes out as it casts this chromatic orb and just kind of comes back and doesn't make contact with them. And we move to Ace.
So I am going to rage as my bonus action. Can I use as an action an attempt to light the fist again?
It's a bonus action.
Oh, so I can't. Okay. Well, then I guess I'm going to charge up and try to make an attack.
Okay. Roll your
So
attacks.
you can't sacrifice an action for a bonus action.
Yeah. That's a nat 1.
That'll hit. I'm just kidding.
It'll hit you.
Yeah. Big wind up. And okay, so
I'm not using
you
that anymore.
okay. So that'll be your turn. Unless there's anything else you'd like to do, we move to Baran.
Okay. Rowan's back up.
Well, he's underneath, but yeah, alive.
Okay. Okay.
Did Rowan?
Well,
Did you
let's-
go down, Rowan?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
You,
Oh,
you-
wow.
you did over 30 freaking damage.
I know.
to Rowan.
Two
like
nat
12
20s
seconds.
against him in a row. I'm like,
Jesus.
and the dice rolls weren't too bad.
I mean, I'm going to try. So I'm going to harness divine power. And I'm going to use preserve life on Rowan. Rowan, you get 11 HP. I've been forgetting that Rowan is a half elf and gets the +1 to my near minion aid.
Oh, yeah, the elves.
So I'm fixing that. So yeah, you get 11 HP.
Sweet,
just
thank
get
you.
Nice.
And then I am going to move
Like,
behind him,
Okay.
and then I have this harness divine power still. I'm gonna just burn that, I guess, too. And that is a bonus action, and I'm gonna regenerate one of my spell slots.
All right. Excellent. Okay.
That's it.
Rowan.
Rowan is going to stand up, which will be half his movement, I'm assuming. Let's see who's knocked down. It's going to get his footing and say thank you to Karan and Asher, and is going to do a no, he's gonna take a moment, just kind of do a sharp inhale. He's gonna do a second wind.
Okay. Excellent.
1d, so that's a 10. So I get more than what. So I'm back at full health. I'm feeling ripe again, and Rowan is going to. So he's on his side. He's gonna try to move, just kind of stay within range, but move behind him, move behind the monster. Would that?
No, you're following me, because I'm getting
To do
I'm-
that
at this
because you
point, I'm
are
at-
in range, to try to just walk around behind him while you're in range would be an opportunity of attack. Unless you
Where's Karan?
disengaged as your action.
Well, you want to like kite around. You want to stay within and not actually leave.
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
5-foot
saying. Yeah,
range.
yeah, that's what I'm
So-
saying. So there wouldn't be an invoke of.
Well, I'm saying
opportunity.
that, okay, imagine you're in a fight and somebody's just like, I'm going to walk around behind you within range. That's going to provoke an opportunity of attack. You know what I mean? Like, so once you're in that range, motion or maneuvering around when you're in that range would be an opportunity of attack.
Okay.
It's just like, I don't know if that's necessarily how that works. I know I don't know if it even is typically if you leave range, it's just what makes sense to me. Like, you can't just like, I'm just going to step around behind you to backstab you kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, it's ultimately down to the DM.
Yeah. So
But don't forget about your guys' flanking +2.
so we are flanking.
With you there, anybody's melee attacks would be flanking, yes. And at this point, Ace is right in front of him, kind of like on the left to him, and then Asher's right in front of him, right beside Ace. So it's you three. Each of you would have +2 to your attacks.
Okay. So Rowan, kind of frustrated that he's kind of always the one to fall. He's gonna go in and attack with the flame tongue and lightnose blade. That is a 15 plus 5, so a 20 to hit with the flame tongue.
Well, sorry, what was it?
20 to hit.
Yep, that'll do it. Roll your damage.
And then for the second one will be 16 to hit for lightnose blade.
That'll hit.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll damage for both of them. Okay, so flame. That is a 6 plus 3, and then I'm gonna roll the d4. So that's a 9 plus 1. So that's 10 damage from the flame tongue.
The +1 would be gone now. It was just for that, like I was saying, it was just for the first initial ignite and attack. So the
No, but I get flame damage from the sword in general.
yeah. I thought you were saying like you're adding a +1 to your already like damage still.
Nope, that was what
just the
I
+1 of
rolled.
that. Okay,
I rolled
gotcha.
for the 1d4. Yep.
Cool.
Yep. And then
So
I'm gonna go ahead.
9 damage total on that.
10.
10 damage.
Yes, so 6 plus 3 for slashing damage, and then I rolled a d4, which was a 1, which was the fire damage, so that would be
Cool.
10. Okay. Oof. 4 damage for the lightnose blade.
Okay. With those two attacks it's looking pretty beat up between your slashes and the guiding bolt and the chromatic orb hitting it. It's looking in good rough shape.
Rowan is going to action surge.
Okay.
He's going to go again. But I think with the action surge, I only get
Well,
to attack one sword.
Didn't you? Wasn't it this turn that you used bonus action?
Not a bonus action.
Action surge
an
is
other.
just do
It's
it.
an other.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, you get a whole another action and possibly a bonus action depending on what you do.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure you could do both swords.
I'd
It says
allow it.
you can take one. So you allow the both swords then.
Well, I guess we've been
So
ruling.
the first.
We've been ruling the second attack as a bonus action or not a bonus action.
I don't know if we really have, to be honest. It's
I don't remember how we can do
Your
that.
action. 2-weapon fighting is technically a bonus action.
So technically you wouldn't have even been able to have the
Nope.
second attack.
Nope.
So
Then we'll just go with the one attack then. The one
okay,
sword.
so we'll say that
Yeah, we'll use
landed and
the
keep
Lime
damage.
Mills blade as the second
Sure.
as the action surge, to be fair. So we'll do that.
Cool. So we don't have to re-add hit points. Still, yep, looking nice
Looking
and
pretty
rough.
good.
But it is his turn. And seeing you go down a couple times and come back up, he's now these two that just attacked him. He is going to right hand to Asher. That is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
That will hit. And so that will be... Nope, not a D12. There we go. That is 13 points of piercing damage to you with the Morning Star coming down. And Ace, an attack on you. That is 20 something to hit, so that'll hit. And okay. And we're looking at 13 again. 13 points of slashing damage with the
So
battle
6.
axe coming down. Yep. 6 points of slashing damage. And that will be his turn. Asher, your turn.
Oh, Asher's gonna do what Asher does and take a bite.
Ow.
That's a nat one.
You growl. And that's that. Briar.
Hey, so this guy is like looking a little rough. Are you guys all like up close where you're attacking him? Yeah.
that-
Most are. Yeah.
Most we're on their sides, I think. I don't think we're directly in front of them.
Yeah, I'm
Dang.
behind Rowan, like, like
Mhm.
5-10 feet, but yeah, Rowan and I are behind him. Asher's on one, in like a trifecta type of thing. So we
Well,
got 1,
I just-
2, 3, then here's me, and then you're wherever the hell you
I just feel like the spell, I've never used it. It's so wasted. Let's see. I would like to look around and see if there are any rocks on the road.
Yeah, plenty.
Okay, great. I would like to catapult the rock at the guy. And
Okay.
it's a dex save of 13.
Okay. That will make. That is. Well, wait, no, there's minuses. Still makes. Okay. It was a 14.
Okay. Okay, nothing happens then.
are. He dodges.
All right, you take a
And-
rock from the side and it goes right past one of its heads. Okay.
Whoopsie.
And we are to Ace.
Bonus action. Let's see if I can light my fist, and then I'll.
Ignite.
Nope, that'll be a 9. So I will roll to hit.
Like pulling a ripcord.
Right?
Pull starts are the worst.
Oh, dude.
That's
Well,
a
Anytime you
characters
approach
on
one of
the
those, you're
battle
like,
told me.
ugh, not this.
Last time that happened, I ripped my hand open, so that was
Oh,
fun.
jeez. All right, what was your
is a 18 to hit.
18 hits?
Do 5 points, 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. Excellent. All right, good hit. Are you gonna do a second hit, or are you gonna take your guard action?
I can't. I use my bonus action as
Ooh,
to light
okay.
the fist.
Good. Okay, Asher. Oh wait, no. Hey, Asher. That's all.
I'll try it again.
Karan.
All right.
You are up.
Okay then. Oh boy. I just kind of want him dead.
Kind of just want him dead.
He said he looks really effed up or kind of effed up.
Kinda.
Okay. Yep.
Pretty good. He's hurt pretty good. He's bloodied, if that were a thing.
Okay.
This is so risky. All right, now screw it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna attack with. I'm gonna run up to him, and I'm going to attack him with my touch.
You're gonna touch him. All right.
I'm gonna touch.
I'm gonna touch him. I'm gonna touch the butt.
You touch the butt.
All right, that is a 19 plus 6 is 25.
That'll hit. Roll some
right.
d10s for me.
Yep. I gotta make it count if I'm gonna use it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's gotta count. 'Cause you know what
Alright,
comes after.
Yep. 8 and an 8. And a 5. 21.
It is looking really hurt. With that, just this black kind of purple necrotic energy as he reaches up and kind of touches, like, kind of right at it, at his hip there. It just kind of scales up their body, and you can feel this one kind of like Dawn on the left side there. Okay. That brings it to Rowan.
Rowan, kind of still frustrated, is just gonna move up next to Karan, and as he's moving up, he's like, "Watch out!" And he's going to swing with both of the swords again.
All right, swing.
So that is a 12 plus 5, so
That'll hit.
17 hits.
Roll your damage.
19 to hit, so 19 plus 5, so it's 24
That'll
for the
hit.
Lime Mills blades. Damage for both. 7 plus 3 slashing damage for the flame, and then for the d4. So that is 10 plus 3, 13 damage for the flame of the flame tongue, all at one, and then 4 plus 3, so 7 damage from Limeless blade.
How do you want to do this?
Rowan's just gonna kind of go. As soon as he sees Karan kind of taking his hand back, Rowan's just gonna take both the blades and just shove them right into the place where he can see Karan's hand. The necrotic energy.
Yeah.
He's gonna steep him right
As
through.
this necrotic energy kind of like spreads up and the skin is like weakened, you just take both blades and it just goes right through and right into the organs and all up in there, and then they just go. You see first like Dawn kind of and Akra
we're done. Oh wow.
As
Amazing
the
last
big
word.
blubbering mass has fallen, and you have felled it. And yeah, well done. That was a
Run's
big-
sitting on the ground, by the way. He's beat.
Yeah,
yes,
Rowan's
roll
gonna,
your wisdom saving throw for me, Karan.
Rowan's gonna sheathe the flame and kind of swing the blood off of Limel's blade and sheathe that and turn to Karan.
That
Yeah,
is
Asher will pop out of full
11
form.
plus 4, so 15.
15. With that, you feel again the kind of typical as you lay there, you see the necrotic energy still kind of like apparated in your hand, and you stare at it for a moment, and it almost like there's no feeling, but you see as like it almost kind of like snakes and travels up your arm, and you hear, well done again. And as it makes its way up your arm, you kind of, and it,
Yep.
you shake it off like a bug, and it's gone.
Rowan's gonna offer his hand to help him up.
I'm going to reach with my other hand.
We've learned, haven't we?
Thank you for saving me
How are you feeling, Rowan?
twice.
All right. How are you? Yes. You took quite the beating.
A little sore. I feel like I've got a rock dropped on my head twice.
That's a fair analogy, I'd say.
I was hoping to cover that blow before you, but he was too
Likewise.
quick.
It's okay.
I cast
alright.
Sanctuary, but it didn't seem to do much at all.
You both saved me, and then Rowan is gonna say, "I'm here. I'm good. For now." He's
And this
gonna kinda-
beast won't be bothering anyone else any longer.
Rowan, I think this is your kill to loot.
I
think we all
thought
did.
too.
I
Was,
think we did.
yeah, that's not just mine. And then I'd be dead if it wasn't for you guys again. And Rowan's gonna go ahead and loot the thing.
Okay, so you do have a rather large battle axe and a rather large morning star there. So I don't know if you want to take those for put them in your bag, the Ace's
I don't
bag.
know.
And then
Like
they
fake
had kind of just like in this little pouch, like a 1 pound, probably ish, somewhere around there, of deer jerky that they just had on them. And in a separate little kind of, it's less of a bag and more just like a cloth with like a little string around it. Inside are 3 purple mushrooms.
Ooh.
Rowan is going to take the mushrooms and turn to Briar and Karan. He had these, or they had these. I don't know what these. If you guys
I'll-
want to take a look.
Yeah, I'll grab the mushroom. I'm actually going to grab the jerky too, and actually I figure we'll go over. You actually, does Briar know herbalism as well?
Ryer has a poisoner's kit.
Poisonous
So-
kit.
I have the
Okay.
herbalism kit.
Yeah, that's. I was gonna go over to you to Asher. So like the 3 of us to take a look at it, because I want to inspect the jerky to see if it actually with the medicine check maybe to see if it's like food
Do
and not
a survival check. How about that?
survival check. Okay, and then
DM.
yeah.
Go ahead, sorry. Didn't mean to
No, you can go ahead. You're gonna ask
Well-
DM a question. I'm gonna roll.
Would there be any chance if one were to say open up the stomach if they had eaten anything, any adventurers or anything along the lines to search?
You can try. Do a medicine check for me. What was your survival check, Blaine?
Oh, which
Can I
one?
give him advantage since you're kind of have mushrooms in one hand and jerky in the other, and you're kind of like
Yeah. I mean,
see if it's animal or human.
Sure.
Which one do you want me to resolve first, or do you want me to? Do
So
both
it'll
in
be
one?
survival for the jerky and nature for the
Okay.
mushrooms.
Okay. All right. So for the jerky, it's 16 plus 4, 20.
Yeah, looking at it, it looks pretty similar to and akin to what Asher had cooked up when he was making some kind of cured meats, some jerky. So it looks
Okay.
to be like it would be maybe deer jerky.
Okay. And then something else. I was like, well, this certainly seems edible. Well, can't promise it's palatable, but it won't kill us. And then that is a 13 plus 3 for my nature check on the shroom. 16.
So, while you haven't seen this particular mushroom, it has qualities that would lead you to believe that it has, probably in the psilocybin family, that
Okay.
would procure some psychedelic effects.
All right. So then
Most intriguing.
I will definitely turn to Briar and be like, well, these might technically be more in your category of use.
I think so. We can do something to maybe eat them or drink them or maybe.
Oh,
I'll-
use them on
I'll-
ourselves. Yes, sure, yes, I suppose.
Okay.
Well,
I ain't here for a good time, for a long time.
I'm here for a good
time.
Rowan's gonna pick up the Morning Star. What was it?
Battle axe.
The battle axe. So the Morning Star says it's 4 pounds. Battle axe.
Is it a regular, or is this like an...
When I looked it up in the inventory,
I'd say just for convenience sake, we'll just say it's a regular. I don't know that they have
Okay.
necessarily massive, but it's
battle axe.
they would have been
Like,
normally
holding it in his thumb.
two-handed weapons, I think, in themselves, but because they were a large giant type, it would be like a battle axe. I'm pretty sure it might be possible to use as a two-hand. I'm not sure 100%, but they're
Yeah, battle
we'll just
axe
say
is
regular battle axe, regular Morning Star.
yeah, they're both 4 pounds. So Rowan's gonna go ahead and pick both of them up and walk over to Ace. Press the cell.
Absolutely.
Rowan, do you mind? And
Not at all. And he'll take the bag down for you to put him in.
yeah, Rowan's gonna stick him in the bag. Kind of
Um,
popping out, and Rowan's gonna kind of slap it to see if maybe they adjust once he puts it back on his back.
Shimmy, shimmy. 18, by the way, for medicine check.
Gutting open this creature, a lot of it is kind of indiscernible, just guts and digested materials, but there is a pretty distinguishable, like, eaten whole, like, animal leg of some sort, either goat or lamb or something of that sort. Just a,
We all
just a
see
leg.
this too, plain as day.
Yes, it is.
Anything in particular you're looking for, Ace?
No, yeah, you never know. And then, but nothing here. And he just.
Should we try to get this thing off the road?
well,
Can we? How heavy is he?
I don't know. He's pretty tall. Rowan's gonna go ahead and try to start dragging the thing off the road.
Roll a strength check.
Can I help her?
Sure.
Or help her? Do that with advantage, Allie.
With advantage. 17, 19, 17. So I'll go with the 19 plus 3, so 22.
Yeah, it takes you a little bit, and you really just, like, instead of picking it up, you just kind of, like, roll the blubber over and as it does it, like, some of the entrails, since it was cut open, like, you roll it over and it lands on one side, the guts kind of go... and you get it on the other side, and the guts just kind of pour out, and it just kind of makes this trail of entrails as you roll it to the side of the road.
Well, at least it's off the road for the traffic, and that's not going to be a pretty sight to see. So,
Yes. Well, the animals should take care of it within a day or so.
All right, let's keep going.
Okay.
Ron's gonna kind of
Um,
walk with a little bit of a limp, even though he's.
okay.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty
Um,
beat too.
So, by this point, you guys have you travel a little ways and you make your way to a crossroads, and the sign there says it's a kind of a split sign. One sign splits off and says to Crosshaven, and the other sign splits off and says to Lowell. And then there's a bigger sign that points the same direction as Lowell that says Lake Grasp.
Did Martell say something about Lowell?
He's on the way, and
He said,
It's on the way.
yeah.
So, to Lowell.
Okay.
Soon.
So by this point, we are approaching kind of the nighttime hour. And yeah, so we're looking at probably like 6 or 7 in the afternoon.
do the same
If
thing
that's
again.
kind of the same
Yeah.
thing, if that's what you want to do. What is your setup plan?
I would like to take the first watch today.
Ron's gonna pull
Uh,
out the meat from the previous night and kind of start beating the meat with the
Do
herbs.
we, do we want to go hunting again? See if we can find some more animal?
I mean, you have 50 pounds of
I
deer
think
meat.
we
so-
have quite
Okay.
a bit of food at this point.
If you want to,
Was I even able to cure? How much of that was I able to cure between that and the skin?
With,
Um,
4 pounds of salt.
4
yeah.
pounds of salt?
with 4 pounds of I don't know. D&D,
say
the
that-
things you learn from D&D.
Would you say what? A quarter pound of salt per pound of meat?
Yeah.
Something like that. I wouldn't know if that's a fine detail
I have
that
no
D&D
idea.
would know.
I don't
Yeah,
think
no,
it
that's
is.
not really
More
I've
of
never
a
made
that's
salt
more of a
pork
David
myself.
question. That's more of an Amic
Actually,
question.
not that much.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
much do you
Well,
need
I guess that's okay. It's not necessarily curing it. It depends on what you're trying to do, I guess.
If you were to make salt pork or something like that, which is like water, salt, brine with a lot of salt.
I would say you'd be able to do it, all of it, with, let's just say, 1 of your pounds of salt. How about that?
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, so we have a shitload of meat and like skin, so
Yep.
Does the weather seem like we would need to have? We're gonna make a perception
Roll me a
check to see
dice.
if the weather. All right,
Why
there's a
even are these questions?
14.
Before you
That's
do
what I'm
that,
saying, Sky.
the
Like,
important
let's-
things to know.
I mean, we don't need to make lean-tos if we ain't gonna get rained on.
before you roll the perception,
18.
roll me chat.
Roll me a d20.
Oh God, that's how.
And just a reminder, that's an exclamation point D20.
Exclamation point D20.
What do I see
Beautiful.
on the horizon?
Bring out
chat?
your Ds.
18.
Uh,
Mr. Zurich.
Okay. With that, yeah, it's actually looking. Actually, some of those clouds that you had seen the day prior have drifted on towards Mid Cove, and it looks like a clear sundown.
All right. We may not need to bother.
About how
with
far
shelter.
from the road are you looking to go?
We're trying to find that kind of like the same things we did before. So trying to find that frequently trafficked area that people would potentially camp off of to the side, off the road, maybe like 30 feet off the road.
Yeah. So, with this, because there is a crossroads there, there's a good number of trails. Kind of people use it as kind of like a checkpoint. That kind of just like lead to little different. You can see like different. I'm blanking on what word I'm looking for.
Destinations?
You could just see remnants of past
Okay.
different setups or whatever. That there was a good number of different setups that people have made. Roll a perception check. Anybody that's not setting up camp currently.
I'll go.
Yep.
All right, 18 plus 5. So, Coolio 23.
Okay. Actually, coming from the direction that you guys just came from, you see, a figure walking down the road. A curious figure, actually, because they are very obviously humanoid sized, but as they get closer, you see they kind of have like a little bit of a jaunt in their step, but like a little bit of a limp as they're walking by. And the most curious thing about this lad is that he's completely naked and just covered in just dirt and maybe perhaps cow manure. And he kind of, as he approaches, kind of like walks over to each of you, or walks kind of along the road, and as he gets closer, you see that he actually is seems to be half elf. It's kind of like the elven ears, but kind of human features or whatever. And he, good day to you all. You're muted, Sky.
Hello, super naked guy.
Yes. Quite a lovely evening we're having, isn't it?
It looks like it's getting a little bit brisk. Would you like to come over for a chat?
Yes, the breeze is, well, you should feel it from my angle, to be honest. I suppose you're not bandits, and if you are, as you can see, I have no earthly belongings. I have nothing. Well, unless perhaps you...
Wait, literally.
Yes, well, you know, when you've hit this low in life, you have time to think about your direction, your purpose, and I have a lot of decisions I need to make.
Clearly.
Do you have any food? And perhaps lodging? I would love to take a rest before I continue my hunt. I won't ask for clothes, I won't be rude, but if you perhaps had some, I would love to not freeze to death in the middle of the night. Good strangers or bandits, what be you?
Oh, is that him up on the screen? Oh no!
I don't like pull out the deer skin that's like partially cured and be like, well, it's not fully complete, but
I am meat impartial, my dear friend, and he kind of...
well, you can have this skin in a few days. It should make some fine clothes.
Oh, excellent. Buckskin cloak. I feel so wild and primitive. I am so in tune with nature these days, I tell you. So, what is your business, fellow travelers?
Did you say you were hunting?
Yes, of sort. I've got a bit of a vendetta. I am chasing after the cruel beings who have left me in this despot state. So, before this new revelation of who I am, I was but a humble bard, roguishly handsome, roguishly bard, of course, but now I am but a humble hunter, a hunter of men. Well, a woman, rather.
You're looking for somebody?
Oh yes, and when I find her, anybody have a dagger, by chance?
We lied to. It's actually.
Well,
I'm-
let's have dinner first, and then we will.
Rowan's gonna kind of put a hand on her back
It's
to kind
like,
of like,
oh, dinner. He kind of hops up, and of course, excellent.
Rowan's gonna be like, this is not real. This is not real. What is...
Listen, I know this is probably shocking. Imagine from my position, though. I
have
have
a
hit
seat.
rock bottom, so there is absolutely no shame on this person anymore.
Well, have a seat by the fire, and we're cooking up some of that meat. I'm sure there's some that we can share. Right.
Excellent.
guys?
Oh well, we
Unless
have
you
plenty.
enjoy your present company, perhaps maybe we attend to the situation at hand.
Absolutely.
Buckskin, I am not opposed. I feel animalistic.
Okay. Rowan's gonna kind of take one of the meats off and give it to the guy.
No. I mean, I don't think that this will. It's a nice, sizable hunk of meat. I really appreciate it, but I mean, like clothing, like the buckskin, perhaps, because I'd really rather just not have my bits for the world to see. Unless, again,
Well,
if that
No,
is your price,
You
I'm
are
a man
you are right in wanting
of
to cover
currency.
that.
I am a man of simple pleasures. So if it's
I'll
fine
see
with
if I
everybody
can,
else,
like-
it's fine with me. And he kind of.
I can.
I'll see if I can like use the deer hide and like fashion him like a caveman outfit.
Yeah, Rowan's gonna kind of take half. It's like I think he's got 50 feet of. So he's gonna cut like
I've
enough to
Weaver's
maybe.
kit, so I can
Oh.
take care of all this.
Oh, you got a weaver's key. Okay.
By this
alright,
point, did you
alright.
guys already kind of have a fire going? Imagine that you had, because you guys were kind of setting up camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just gonna use produce flame to make her fire, anyways.
Okay, perfect. Yep. Oh, lovely. I suppose not everybody on the road is a vagabond and a criminal and a.
Sorry.
You can never trust mercenaries. So, who's down for a story? Because I have a lovely one.
Sure. Before you jump right on in, what is your name?
Oh, my apologies. I am Martison Ethiel, rogue, bard, and now hunter.
I'm Rowan. I guess
Pleasure,
adventurer.
Rowan.
Nice to meet you. What's his last name? Martison.
Ethiel. Let me write it in chat. Chat. You guys are.
Yes.
Learn how to spell a name. Danessa. Is his name
F-U.
F-U?
Martison F
Its
you.
last name is F-U. Martison Ethiel.
I was nowhere near close to
It's
that.
actually
Wait,
really
Fine.
It's actually what? You said you were close. That's always a
Yeah.
fun game. Like, how close can I get to the DM spelling of the name?
I was missing one S in the first name, and
The E and the L were switched for me for
I
Ethiel.
had EW as opposed to ULE.
Martison Ethiel. Well, it
Hello.
is pleasure to meet all of you. You are kind individuals for taking a ragamuffin in my current state. I know it was probably a bit of a shock, but I am in a bit of shock myself, and I am shook like the pines of the north. Anybody ever been there? Beautiful. I've heard poems of it, but I've never been there myself. But the words that this poet painted were... I was jealous. I was very
I've been-
jealous. But anyways, how
I've been-
about a story?
Sure.
And that's where we'll end tonight's episode.
Briar's just going back and forth in her head. Should I put this dude to sleep?
Like, you're the one who greeted and
know.
invited the naked man. over
She's
to sit with
regretting
us.
it. She's regretting it, and she's been doing like We were like this the entire time.
Like,
We will.
It's just like
as soon as you were like, you want to come over, I was like,
Don't
just
invite
covered.
the naked man who's talking to himself.
And then asks for like a dagger, and she's like, "Yeah, I
I
got
don't have
one."
a dagger. Yeah, let me. Here he goes. Here's our gold too. And you want
Hey,
the-
y'all.
You're
It's
not
like
gonna
the-
murder us in our sleep.
This is
Like,
like
I
the
can imagine-
perfect place to end too.
It's lighthearted, it's funny, and
Yeah.
you know, it's before
Yeah.
a long rest. Considering a couple of us got pretty exhausted.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
our asses handed
Good.
to us.
Yeah.
That was no joke of a monster, and the two
No,
nat 20s
God,
on
yeah.
Rowan, and luckily not the highest rolls in the world. Also, you probably would have been dead if I actually added the +5, but I'm always terrible with my monsters, and I forget to add beyond my dice roll.
Yeah.
And I get
Rowan would've
excited
been
for
dead
that
both
because
times.
Yeah,
Yeah, Rowan would
because-
have been dead.
it would have
Thank God.
been what was the first one? 18 points, and it would have been +5.
17. It was 17.
It would have been a +5,
So-
but I'm dumb and I
What-
forget these things.
Would have put me down to 2 health, and then I luckily got brought right up, but then the 20 put me back down.
Mhm.
So
Hey, but you know what? Dice
Here's
tell
a-
a story, man.
they really do.
Story.
It happens. It
If
happens.
Rowan dies, Rowan dies.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
If he does, he does.
I need to be better about remembering to add my little modifiers and stuff
Yep.
because I just go with the dice. Otherwise, because there's like times you guys would be way hurting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually wrote a post-it note because I found out that I've been doing my stuff incorrectly.
Uh-oh.
So like my Vine Whip, I can do a +3 to that. I thought I had to do my strength. I have a
'Cause you have a
-1 on
proficiency.
that.
Oh,
right?
son of a
So-
bitch.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
So
just
it would
realized I
be-
have pack tactics.
Mm.
Oh yeah, your advantage.
Yep,
Well-
you got an advantage there. I forgot that Rowan was a half elf and gets extra healing from me.
All the things you forget in D&D.
Right.
We learn. We're
well,
learning.
it didn't come into fate.
I really like to just leave Martison up there. I think he's
Right?
lovely. Lovely.
He's the new mascot. He's the new mascot. You know, we only
It's
got
the
you
new
know,
mascot already.
Grizzly's gone. Bolt's the ship's captain. You know,
Yep.
now we got this naked dude
Just met a bard.
Naked dude. Just met a
with
bard.
this little like
Absolutely no shame,
Kinda like-
darling.
oh hello everyone. Oh.
Yes.
Now he's gonna be walking around with a caveman. I'm just
I have
imagining
hit
like
absolute
Right?
rock bottom, so I have
Like
nothing to
after-
lose from this point.
Oh my gosh! And I have some snake skin. We could like fashion a belt. He could look super great.
Wait, okay. Like, we'll do this. Give me this throughout the week, and I can actually make
Yeah.
his Hero Forge model what his costume
Okay.
looks like.
Let's do it.
Clean
Yeah,
him up a
let's do
bit.
it.
Hey, chat. This was a lot of fun. Do we gotta raid?
We gotta raid somebody.
All right. Right, everybody, we're gonna play the intro, outro. We love you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Hey, Dave, thanks for your heckin' sub. I am Zoom Daddy. You know I'm Zoom Daddy. You know. Oh, yeah. All right, love you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Gonna be a lot of fun next time. We'll see you. We gotta go to the heckin' thing. Let it do every time.
Every
Do
time.
it.